Hello, everyone. Welcome to Kiki and Kibitz. It's me, Mary, and Kelly, and we are both hot as fuck right now. Okay, Kelly has the wife beater on. That's how hot he
Yeah,
is.
I'm in my bed. I was like, I'm not setting up. I got to put the air on. No, my room's already cool. I'm not moving. I'll do it from the bed.
Right?
No.
It's no, no. It is just way too hot for this shit. We are in day three of a heat wave here, and in New York, when it's hot, it's humid, it's steamy, and it stinks.
Yeah, the humidity is kill. People don't understand it. Everybody's like, oh, we got 104. Yeah, but New York humidity is untouchable. Nobody can come close to us with the humidity. We got
No,
that on lock.
yeah, yes, Florida
Oh, you hear my
too.
dog? Bean, no.
Bean, behave. It's always the little one, right? Starting trouble.
Yeah, she wants to come in here, but no. Bean, hold on.
Oh,
Give
just
me
let her in.
one. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, go ahead. Let her in. Bean wants attention, you guys. Okay, so while we wait for Kelly, if I could figure out how to get this to scroll up, I want to say hi to you guys that are in my, here we go, that are in my live chat. Hi, Lee. Hi, Natalie. Hi, Rosanna. Hi, Papalian Purple. Menopausal Queen. No, you did not. No, you did not. Um, Hi, Rotten Banana. Hi, Toasty. Hi, a menopausal queen. You need to stop. Seriously. Okay, you need to stop. Um, hi, let's see. Hi, Native SI. Hi, D Man. Hi, Shelly. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Lori. Hi, Sunshine. Um, but what I understand, whatever Linda is dealing with some health issues, and she is getting better. I actually heard from her today. She sent me a text, so she is getting better from her health issues, and hopefully she will be back to doing content really, really soon because we all love whatever Linda. Hi, Amari Nicole. Let's see.
Okay, I'm back.
Hi, Deb. I'm saying hello to everybody in the comments. Hi, Sammy.
You, what up, everybody?
That's basically everybody. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for not melting because we are fucking hot. We are hot as fuck. So Kelly, what would you give this episode a grade?
It was a little bit better. I would give it a B because they showed more of the other singles interaction and really showed the competition and the workshops. I enjoyed it.
Are you sure you're not just giving it a B because of the makeout session?
What?
You're not giving it a B because of the makeout session?
It was hot. I'm not gonna lie.
Well,
Not
we're
gonna
going to
lie.
get into the makeout session. So we're going
And
to
that
start.
is the one. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, no, no. Go ahead. Say what you were going to say.
No, I said that was the one time I was like, finally, the guys are acting accordingly because I did the same thing too.
Thank you.
Finally.
Thank you. Tim is like, let me pull up a bean bag and let me get a better view. Yeah, exactly. Kelly would have been right there.
They went. I would have been right in it. This you saw how Soldier Boy was like, oh, oh.
We're going to get into that. Okay, we're going to get into Let's start with the beginning. Okay. Cole apologized to Jennifer in the pool. Why was he apologizing to her?
I didn't get it either.
She is the biggest gaslighter on this whole show
But
so
he
far.
but he did overstep his boundaries, and that's his fault. Because if
Yes,
he wouldn't have stepped out of his lane, he wouldn't have to apologize. So
but he was trying to defend her. But I get it that she
you don't even
was
know her.
I know, but then I feel like he would have been caught in a catch-22, Kelly. Jennifer, I feel like is that type of chick. Okay, if he didn't come to her defense, oh look, he doesn't care about me enough. He just stood there. He didn't defend me. He came to her defense, and she didn't like it. So I feel like he
And
would
then
have
she
been
was
caught.
like, "Oh, you shush me."
Yes,
What? What?
yes, yes. When he told her, go over there, you shushed me. You're not used to it, Jennifer. I get it, but sometimes you need somebody like shh, you know.
That's why she. That's why I said she can't handle a real dude. She talking all that smack, but she can't handle it.
No, she can't. No, she
And
can't.
does she have this permanent look, like the Joker smile look, that it's like
Yes,
the
because
same
like
facial
Sophie
expression?
says, she knows how to manipulate, and that's part. And that smile is part of that manipulation.
I'm
She
like,
has that
when she's mad,
Joker.
she's smiling. When she's happy, she's smiling. When she's sad, she's smiling. I'm like, can she switch up her facial expression for something? Give me something new, or is it permanently stuck?
I was gonna say maybe she has so much Botox in there, it's permanently stuck. Okay, so
Yes, Joe.
Cole,
I believe. I agree. I didn't want to say it, but I'm glad somebody did.
wait, hold on. Let's go back. Oh man, I just lost her comment. I saw what she said. Oh, here we go. Okay, yeah,
I agree.
absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so Cole swallowed his pride, apologized to Jennifer in the pool, and everything is all good. Okay, so now we have the compatibility one-on-one workshop. So now, Kelly, I have to ask you these questions. Sex a couple of times a week or a couple of times a day?
I want it. Look,
Or are you like Colty, hourly?
nah, that's ODN. Colty's he's a nymph. But I need it a couple times a day,
Okay,
twice,
a
one in the
couple times.
night.
Right, there you go.
I don't look. If I'm with a person, everybody's like, "Oh, you get tired of it." No, I don't get tired of it. I'm a horny dog, so I don't get tired of it. I'll hump your leg. You can wear the granny dress and I'm humping your leg. It is what it is.
Kelly is not in menopause yet. Okay, he hasn't reached that age when I'm just like, ugh, get away from me.
I don't care if you got menopause. Get away. Come give it to me, girl. That's gonna make me come even more.
Hi, Corey. Thank you for finally joining me on one of my lives. Corey keeps missing us live, so I'm glad that she's able to join
Oh,
us.
and
So,
menopause. Isn't she? Hold up. Remember your. She's the tall glass of water, right? She's like five
yes, she
eleven or
is.
five.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
I'll definitely climb
Menopausal.
that.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Okay, so now the women, most of the women were daily, and most of the men were a couple times a week.
Yeah, it
Which
was kind of backwards. I
now,
didn't expect
right?
that.
I was gonna say that's backwards because you would think the woman would be a couple of
Hmm.
times a week, and the men are like you. I'll just hump your leg, just come here.
Yeah, I was very very shocked. I was like,
Yeah,
what?
me too. I was like, huh, that's weird. Okay, so second question: kids or no kids?
Well, at this point in my life, it's whatever. I'm not
Exactly.
close to it. I'm not closed off to it. If I have a
Right.
kid, I have a kid. To the most.
All right. That's why, which we're gonna talk about it. When Tiffany told Carlo that she had
Oh yeah, I got
and
so
the
much to
way
talk
he
about.
acted, but we're gonna talk about that in a second. It's like, come on, dude. She's first of all, she's fucking gorgeous. She's in her late 30s. You really gonna think she hasn't been married before? She doesn't have kids? Like,
I,
come on.
I got. Look, go ahead. When we get to that
Okay,
point, I have so
okay,
much
well, we're gonna.
insight
All
on
right.
that.
Okay, so um, Jay wants a baby factory. He wants at least three.
Oh, he was. When I tell you, I busted out laughing at his thing. It
Yeah, he
was
was funny. It was
hilarious.
fucking hilarious. It looked like he rolled 31. He wants a whole classroom
Yeah,
full of
he
kids.
had no clue. He was like, "What? Nah, three the most. Three the most." It was like, no, it says 31. He's like, oh hell no, hell. You saw his face. I was like, oh man, you can't play that one off. He was like, oh hell no.
That was funny as fuck. That was so funny. Tim, no kids or no small dogs. Because in prior relationships, when he has gone on a break, he has been replaced by a small dog. And I really think having like a no kids thing for somebody his age is unreasonable too. It's like, Tim, you're like 44, okay? You don't want a young chick. You thought
I didn't even
Cassidy,
know I'm older than Tim. Damn, I thought he was my age. He kept saying
yeah,
I'm like,
no, Tim's 44. So it's like,
he looks
okay,
older.
yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. So you don't want the young chicks because first episode, Cassidy was way too young for him. She's only 24. So if you want a chick that's closer to your age, most
See,
likely,
and that's why I want. That's why I wanted to wait until we get to Tiff so I can explain everything when it comes to the age bracket.
okay, all right, we're almost there. Third question, money or love? Okay. And Courtney and Usman were both money, and Colt is for love. Now there's
Colt
this
full of
whole
shit.
weird
Colt
competition
is
still
full of
going
it.
on. Yeah,
Colty's full of it. I'm over the fairy tale bull crap, bro. You've been through mad chicks. You was married with a good woman, and you dropped the ball on that. So don't tell me no love. You just saying that for the TV.
yeah, that's true.
Be
He was
real.
married to a good woman.
You had a good woman. So don't
Yeah, he
tell me, oh, it's
busted
love,
up with
love.
Vanessa.
No, bro.
Yeah,
No, stop it.
yeah. So this whole weird competition going on between Usman and Colt over Courtney.
I don't get it.
It just feels,
She's another one with a permanent look of confusion, drunk and confused.
yes. Well, I think she is drunk and confused half the time. But she's funny though.
Oh,
She
I Wendy front yard. I agree. Since he dated Veronica, he already went through that trial with the kids, so I understand that part.
right. Yeah,
But
that's true. Yeah. Colt is full of himself, Papaya Purple. I agree.
I mean, yeah, he's feeling himself, but that love, he just said that for TV. Love, you could tell he practiced that. Love, get you. Stop it, bro. Just stop it. No, and I respect Usman and Courtney. They were real with it. They
Right.
were real, and they
Right.
brought up stats. They're like, look,
Yes.
80% of marriages break because of financial reasons, which is true.
Yes.
Money and infidelity. It's the truth.
And
You
believe
can't
it
knock
or
the
not,
numbers.
what Usman said kind of makes sense. Money does make love sweeter.
Money brings whatever you desired that you didn't have when you were broke.
All right. Yeah, exactly.
Because
Exactly.
I mean, I'm not saying everybody's a gold digger. It could go both ways, men and women. But half of these couples that even superstars and celebrities and stuff that have money, they were broke. They wouldn't be with the significant other that they have because the looks ain't still on half of them.
Very true. Very,
Looks
very
and personality is not there.
they got it. Nope, it's just the money.
Money
Yeah,
and status that gets you a lot.
it does. Okay. We're at the Carlo and Tiffany mud bath part. So when
I felt
me too, I felt bad for her.
I mean, when she started off about her weight, I think she needs to work on that and mentally. She's like,
Yes.
look, I lost 100 pounds and certain things I see. Stop following what society thinks is beautiful,
I
because
know, because she
half
is
the people don't
gorgeous.
really.
And I hope
She's a pretty woman.
she don't fall into that plastic surgery trap.
I see it coming. I see it coming
I hope not. I hope not. I
because
hope
she lost 100. She probably had some now because she lost 100 pounds. The extra skin and everybody
right.
wants the mommy makeover body. People on 90 Day that didn't need it got it. So I don't see. I could see her doing it.
Right.
Tiffany, look, she's good looking, very very. She's a gorgeous woman.
Yeah, she is. She looks amazing.
But
Okay,
when it came
so
to her date, what's the guy's name?
Carlo.
all right, Carlo, she has to keep it real and understand the dynamics of where she's at.
Okay.
How old was Carlo?
I think Carlo is in his 30s. They're pretty close in age. He's
All right,
not a
so
youngin.
Carlo has to like he has to face reality at a certain point. That age is where majority of people from third, I'll say 30, 35 and up, it's high chance, the high probability of a person will have children.
And that's what I mean. Like for
Yeah, it's a
him to think
high probability.
that
And I
somebody as
understand
gorgeous,
his
right, as Tiffany, not to have kids at this point, at this
yeah.
age, is kind of like, okay, dude, like, where's your head?
But then I understand his point of view
Right?
because look, I've dated several women with children, and I knew at this age, if I date somebody now at my age or up, they're gonna have children, 9 out of 10.
Right.
So you have to come into it like, all right, I have to deal with a package deal when I'm dealing with a woman. But in the same token, after going through all the trials and tribulations of dealing with people with their children, people gonna hate me for this. I'm at a point I don't want to deal with anybody with a child. I've reached that point,
Right.
and it's going to be hard. Which she said, with your age, and it's true, but people don't talk about when you deal with people and their children. You I'm only speaking for me. I don't know about how other guys are, but
Right.
I tend to set a relationship and have an attachment to the child. So when you break off, it's not fair for the child and it's not fair for the other significant other that was had a
Right.
relationship. Like I could still call plenty of them that are older now, and we're social media friends, and if I'm in town or if they're in town, we can hang out, and they treat me with respect, like, oh, they'll be like, oh, that's my stepdad, or that's my uncle, blah, blah. They play it off. But at this point, nah, I don't want to do the kid thing. And then a lot of guys his age, I don't think they're ready for that.
Right.
They rather deal with somebody that they can start their own family with, which I respect his answer. A lot of females don't want to hear it, but nobody wants to deal with these people's kids these days.
Right.
Well, some are not disciplined, some are crazy.
And see, Toasty says, I've always said I'm happy to date someone with a child, but I won't meet the child for a year because it's got to be serious.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
even if you hit a year and it gets serious and stuff, and down the line you break up,
Right.
that relationship is hard.
Right.
you
Yeah.
know so when you're dating, you got to take it seriously on what you want to do. If you just flinging around, they don't need to meet your family. Don't get the love bug. Break the rose glasses. Stop it. Just be a city girl and do what you got to do and keep it moving. All
Right.
right.
Don't
But
drag the
if you look
kid into it.
serious, then you got to interview the guy, and you got to be straight up off the bat. Don't hide it. Look, I got a child. This is what's going on. Even in the show Love Island, there's one contestant. She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna hide my kid," but these are young people. You can't hide that. She told one guy, and he was just like, "Oh, he was blown back." All the guys are blown back. Like, okay, because they're young. They're 25, no more than 27.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
These are
They're not.
factors you got to deal with.
Right.
But I'm glad they were upfront with their views. It's very hard,
Mm-hmm.
but you gotta know what you're dealing with.
Exactly. I think he came across though as kind of douchebagish, but I think that may have
No.
been the editing. Well, to me, I think he kind of came off a little douchebagish.
All right, explain. Give me the female perspective. Why he came
I
off as a
I think
douchebag?
like first of all, him being surprised, like Tiffany's gorgeous. She's in her mid thirties.
Even though
Of
she's
course,
gorgeous, there's other. You got to understand. There's other people on a dating show that are
right,
single and have no baggage whatsoever. So in his mind frame, I'm on a dating show. I'm gonna meet people that are like me, looking to start a family and start a relationship. Not people that have a family already and trying to date. That's a different whole show.
Right.
You understand? Like, so
Right.
when he got caught off guard, he's like, "Oh shit, this is not what I expect."
Right. No, you're right. No. Yeah. Here we go.
Hey, Matt. So Matthew say he agreed with you, or she
Nikki
agreed. Like,
faces
tell me why.
reality said, when he said, "Are you open to feedback?" I was like, "They're already here. She can't change that." When she was like, when she told him that she had kids, and he was like, "Oh, okay. Are you open for feedback?" I was kind of like, "What fucking
No,
feedback?"
because when you have to prepare the person for a reality, real answer, no sugarcoating. He's like,
Right.
"Look, I appreciate." He was kind of respectful. You got it. You have to give it. He's basically warning her, "Look, I want to tell you the truth of how I really feel instead of sugarcoat and tell you what you want to hear."
Right. Leslie's
There's no other way of saying,
Nobody's worried about Jen having a kid. Everybody
but
knows about Jen.
Jen is not telling everybody she has a kid. She only told one person confidential. That was it. And he was drunk. He ain't paying no mind.
You were
He ain't
like,
paying
he's
him no
drunk.
mind
He didn't.
because
He
he
didn't
never brought
fucking
up the
know.
kid. He didn't even bring up the kid situation after that at all. He didn't ask how the family dynamics were, what's going on, how like
Where's the
he
baby
wasn't
daddy?
interested. And
Nothing.
that's a prime
Nothing.
example. I like that person that put that up. That's a prime example of what I'm saying. You got to know who you're dealing with. When she brought that up, he did not dive into her world more about it.
Right.
As of this guy, she Tiffany told the ages and everything, and he was like, "Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's the difference. That's the difference."
Okay. Next we have Rob tells Jen he's still legally married.
That's another thing. What's going? You know what? They're gonna make me drink. And I
They're
said
gonna
that for the
drive you to
last show.
drink. Go ahead, Kelly.
I said this boy left from one show with his bags and flew to another show.
Okay. For
I
the
never said
record,
anything.
he says it was 6 months in between. For the
But
record.
we know that. You and I know that, but the
Right.
public don't know that. For what we're looking and viewing,
Right. It looks like he went for the
and you're
last New
still mad.
York.
So, all right, it's 6 months. Why you didn't get a divorce yet?
Yeah.
Why you didn't get a divorce? Y'all both
And they're
agree y'all want a
still not.
divorce. It's not
And
like
they're
y'all
still
fighting
not
for property
divorced.
or any. Huh?
And they're still not divorced.
Exactly. What is taking so long? It's not like they fighting for um I don't know what to say, like property,
That
anything,
they have
assets.
kids
They're not like
together.
just sign a paper and let's
Yeah.
go.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. But Jen was very surprised that Rob is still legally married. And then that kind of changed her perspective towards him. She changes her perspectives more than she changes her underwear, Kelly. And 1 minute, Cole is aggressive and she doesn't like him anymore. And now,
Mhm.
Rob is still legally married. So that's kind of like a
Cut
turn
it off.
off.
Sorry.
No, don't worry. Yes, yes, because she doesn't have full control over Rob because he's still legally married. So she can't fully control the situation.
Yeah, because Sophie's in there.
Yes.
She got to
So
factor another woman. That's a threat.
Sophie
And
is fighting for custody over her squishmallows.
I'm done. I'm done. See that, and that's another thing with all these 90-day people that didn't make out. Why are you not getting a divorce yet? What's going on? What are you
I
holding
know.
on to?
I
It's not like all
know.
of y'all are raking. They're not no raking in the dough, and they got multiple homes that they have to split, and they make. Come on, like sign it. Wow. What's the name? Is who's that? Shashine. First of all, congrats on your on weight loss, and she said
Yes.
is that slang for Sophie's BBL implants. I'm done. Is she bipolar? Because she posted up something recently about Rob was they had good time and good moments. You went through months of trashing this dude, and now y'all
Go
had a good
ahead,
moment.
Kelly. Preach it, please.
Is
Because
she bipolar?
I don't know. I don't know. She's another one that's losing her fucking mind. A bunch of 90-day chicks are losing their fucking mind. The one that we were talking about before, Sophie, she's another, like you said, she spent all these months bashing him. He's abusive, he's gay, he's a male prostitute, he's this, he's that. And now this reel of nice memories.
Oh yeah,
Since you guys
we
didn't get
did
to
have some
see it.
good times, and you never say you had a good time
Thank
all
you.
these months.
Thank you. You made him look like the worst fucking man on the planet Earth. The
Okay, Toasty
douchebag.
says Sophie's the child. How old is Sophie?
She's 25.
She ain't no child. Stop giving that excuse. She's not a child. If she could go get BBLs and twerk in the club and be with guys all over the place and get
Yes.
married, she ain't no child.
Sophie posted a whole memorial about Rob. Yup.
I,
And that was
I
just
was
like
like,
out of the blue. She was just assaulted last week. Like 1 minute she's showing
yeah,
off.
and what happened with that situation? Because I saw the lip thing. She was at a club, and what happened?
She was attacked by a maniac. Her words, not mine. And then she posted her hospital report and a close up of the stitches because people were
So hold on,
saying,
wait, time out, time out.
uh huh.
She just got attacked out of nowhere.
All she said was a psychopath attacked me or something like that. She didn't get into details of the incident. Okay. And then her
Oh,
second post about it was the hospital report showing that she was treated for a physical assault and a close up of her stitches that were like from
mm.
here to here.
Well, she has to be careful. Was she? I don't. She on no friend. She was by herself. Like, where's that girl? The carpet muncher.
It's-
Stop kicking the dick, man. Sorry,
no,
my
no, don't
babies is
worry.
active.
So then the third comment she made about it, she said that the stitches were taken out and she was healing nicely. But I don't want to be mean. The weird thing about that post is it was like one of those mirror selfie posts. So she was holding the camera in front of her face. So you couldn't see her face or her lips. But she just said stitches taken out, everything healing nicely. And then next
Okay.
thing you know, she's posting this reel about Rob.
Yeah. So, but she found God again. Like she turned her life around. What's going on?
I don't know. I don't know. It was just weird. Like you said, bipolar.
You was trashing this guy for the longest. You had other bloggers trashing this guy, and then all of a sudden he's good people. See, and this is why Mary, you know how I get upset with these 90-day people.
Yes, yes,
They
you do.
go around, they make these huge accusations on people,
Yes, they
from
do.
domestic violence
Yes, they do.
to basically being violent, being
Sexuality.
crooks. Still, like you can't be throwing these accusations and then turn around. Oh, no, they're a good person. Make up your mind, people. Stop going from one extreme to the other.
Yes, I know.
That's what that always triggers me. Like you can't do that.
Her mom trashing him. Yeah.
Exactly. Everybody
Yes.
they were doing it for months. I
Yes.
would even say months, a year, close to a year.
Yes. Yes.
We was talking about this last year at the same time.
I know. I know. Maureen says she's finally learning out there that there's guys out there worse than Rob.
Hey, the
That's
grass ain't green all the time.
exactly. It
Grass.
isn't. Okay, so let's talk about these single Olympic Games.
That was good.
You like that?
I
Yeah,
enjoyed
it
that.
was. It
That was
was
good.
cute. It was
Yeah, it
cute.
was cute. Shoot,
It's,
I would have won with these big ass lips. Mwah.
yes,
I'd have
you.
sucked up two cards.
Let's talk about the balloon pop first.
Oh,
Tim
that was funny.
and Elise. That was
Yeah, he
funny.
was like, "Oh, this is the most action." I'm like, "Yo, Tim, man, you got to smash that, bro. Come on,
Rob
take
didn't
that.
smash that. You got to smash that. Come on, Tim.
You got to do something, man. Come on, Tim. First of all, what kind of hat he had on standing there? I was like, Tim, you killing me.
Yes, his fashion sense, Kelly. Come on.
I'm like, yo, Tim, bro, you killing me. You look like a lost and found. What are we doing, bro?
He needs Rob to help him
Oh
with
yeah,
his fashion.
Toasty, yeah. I was, she woke him up. She woke him
Yeah.
up.
Oh
That's the
yes.
most we ever. That is out of all these years. That's the most we ever seen Tim very attracted to somebody and down for the cause.
He said her hip bone hurt his balls. Yes, he did say that.
I mean, she's skinny, which you expected. That's why I like my ladies with a little meat on it. I like them thick.
Yes, Kelly likes him thick. Okay,
Yeah, man.
so Kelly would have definitely won in the kissing cards game. I thought that was dumb. That was just like an excuse for
To
Soldier
kiss each
Boy to
other.
kiss Courtney. It was dumb. Um, the water bucket dump. I thought that was dumb.
The what?
The water buckets when they were passing the buckets of
See,
water.
that challenge was they were supposed to guide each other, and they didn't even do that.
I know. So that was kind of dumb. So
What's his
now,
name? Usman was upset. Usman
oh
was
yeah,
upset. Ralph was
yes,
upset. You can see who's competitive. They were
yes.
upset. I'm like, ooh, this is another side I haven't seen
And
before.
you're like, guys, calm down. These are just like stupid, single Olympic games. No need to like be so fucking competitive. So now the kiss off, Kelly. All I have to say is Jennifer, liar, liar, pants on fire, because she said it between the sheets that she's never kissed a woman before.
Oh,
She,
come on, bro.
thank you.
Why they see?
Why
This
do
is
you
why I
gotta
don't.
lie? Ugh.
Why do you act up and put up a front and lie? Be real. Stop. This is the force storylines. It's crazy. Be real.
I mean,
We know
first of
she get
all,
down like that.
what was the purpose of the kiss off? Okay.
Yeah, I didn't get that. And both females picked a girl. Like the object is get a guy. Why y'all get kissing a girl? You're playing safe? I'm
Thank you.
confused.
Thank you. Okay. So that was the first thing I didn't understand. It didn't have any structure. It's not like it had a time limit, or it was just like a free for all for the guys to like get it off.
But it was you're supposed to grab a guy that you want to kiss because that's what they do on other shows. All right, because they mono. I'm shocked they don't have mono going across because they done kiss everybody. But you have to grab the guy that you're interested in and you want to test out, and you kiss him. That's the time you make out. You
Right.
grab another girl that you're not even going to deal with to make out with. And Chantel, oh look, Jennifer Chantel, that was passionate. Passion. It started. Jennifer got all. She got into her little dainty porno role. She straddled Chantel. You could tell she practiced that a lot.
Oh
And then
yes. Uh-huh.
that was. hmm See, this is you could tell the difference between the two that were kissing. The one that was on the floor, they didn't care. They was just messing, making whatever.
All
That
right,
Chantel
exactly.
and Jennifer,
No,
yeah,
that was, yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah. Did you see when Chantel picked up Jennifer? I said, how much Jennifer weigh? 40 pounds?
Thank you. Squeezing ass and
Man,
everything. But
that's what I'm
we're
saying.
never
It
gonna
flew
hear
up in the air.
the end of it from Chantel about this kiss.
Well, Shashawn
Cause
said she don't think Chantel's have any passion. She's dry. Not in that kiss. Nah, that kiss they were kissing.
Toasty, I
They were
agree. Chantel proves she does seem to be into girls. Yes.
yeah, they were kissing. That was
Yeah.
not no act. No, no, they were kissing. That's what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying. If y'all go back and compare that kiss to the other two that's on the floor that was rolling in the sand and doing all that, that's pretend kiss. They started off with feeling, but then they got into it.
Chantel was alive in that kiss. Oh yes, she was.
Yes, yes, she was. She
Yes,
got
she
into it.
was. Hmm.
They were trying to outdo each other.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Miss Jennifer, I
Wow.
never kissed a woman before. Yeah, bullshit.
Nah,
Bullshit.
she kissed and did more. Stop it. For you to be
So
all that sex symbol and passion, you did more. Let's
so let's
stop.
talk about the guys and how Tim talk about being woken up and alive. Tim got woken up by them kissing.
And
Usman.
I was cheering. Yo, you see how he was grabbing this thing?
Yeah. Yes, I know. I know. I know. I know. Oh my goodness.
That's what I want to see. That was more real. That's something that we all expect to see in reaction. Because trust me, if I seen plenty of chicks tongue kiss at a bar, and I'm just like them, I'd be no,
Front
no, don't
row
stop,
seat. Front row seat. Don't
don't
worry.
stop, Yeah, take your time.
Yeah, just keep it going. Don't worry. I'm not here, you know. I'm just yes. So Usman was totally blown because he doesn't see people kissing on the street, period, in Nigeria.
But you the international star.
I
You don't when you throw these contests and you go perform in clubs, you don't see crazy because everything happens in the club. You don't see the
That's true.
stuff.
That's true.
What kind of club you go to? Where do you perform?
But he's the
Like some of that
international.
stuff don't make no sense. I wanted him to shine in the club. He didn't shine. Now he said he haven't seen two chicks that made out. I mean, I understand you used to your senior citizens that's 60 and up, but come on, bro. Come on.
So
Things called groupies. You
exactly.
can't get groupies to kiss each other.
Then I don't know, Usman. I guess you're not the international superstar that you say you are. So all four women won. Okay. And we got to see who she had. Okay. Jen chooses Cole to go out on the date with, which
I
pissed
saw
her.
that. I saw that coming. I saw that coming.
Me too. Oh,
And then
definitely.
you saw Rob was hurt. He tried to play
Yes.
it off,
Oh,
but
no, but Rob was
once she
hurt.
said "Cole," his face, he tried to play it off to a degree like, "Oh, she should have like being cocky about it," but no, he was hurt. He was hurt on that one.
Yeah. Oh, he was hurt. And then Chantel chooses Rob, which I didn't
That was
understand.
different.
I
She playing
didn't
it safe
understand.
because she know how Rob ain't gonna get down. That's just playing safe. Oh
Exactly.
yeah, Terry, he do perform in nursery homes. ah,
Yes. Yes, yes. That is Usman for you. Yes, Rob's ego was really hurt. Yes.
you saw it in his face the minute but she did that out of spite because she normally will pick Rob, but she
Right.
wasn't feeling cold.
Hey,
Hey,
Lexi
Lexi,
girl. How are you?
you got a little playtime on this one. You look
Yes,
happy,
she did. Yes, she did in the single Olympics. Her
and
and
I
Jay
was happy to
got some
see all them
playtime.
people. I was really, but all right, everybody that's in the chat. Didn't wasn't it refreshing to see new faces and everybody interact with each other all
Yes,
in one? Wasn't it
yes,
refreshing? It was more entertaining.
yes, definitely. 1,000 bazillion %. Yes. Instead of just seeing the 90-day cast members interact with their same old bullshit, you mean, Kelly? Yes.
Yes, the fake bull crap.
Thank you. Yes. 1,000%. Just like this, with them picking their dates, is fake bull crap. Okay.
Yeah,
In my
like
opinion. Okay.
that's what I expected from day one. To have
Right.
them all there, everybody interact, show everyone how they maneuver with regular people.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So Chantel chose Rob, and Elise chose Rocky, and Tiffany's like,
Oh,
eh.
she was pissed. Tiffany
Yeah,
was
'cause,
pissed.
Tiffany's trying to slide up on Rocky a little more now that Carlo is not
Yeah.
too crazy about her having kids, so she's trying to keep her options open. So, um, Porn Stash and Elise are gonna go out on a date now. So
Yeah, he's
Tiffany's
kind of cut up too.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's in shape.
So we're never gonna hear Chantel shut the fuck up about this kiss, Kelly. I swear she's probably gonna talk about it every episode.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, I'm believing your theory. That's her build up for her next spinoff show of her with the girl. So
I really do believe. For some reason I believe in my gut that this is all just a lead up to a new season of the family Chantel and
mhm.
introducing her friend Ashley as her new
Yeah,
partner. Okay. They just went out
it's
last
a build
night.
up.
They just went out last night. It was her, the clinic that Chantel works in, her partner. It was her birthday. So they were all
Hmm.
just out last night.
Yeah,
So
it's a
obvious
build
that,
up.
it's just, to me, it's a build up. Her sister got married, so it's just a,
That's another storyline to add into there. Yo,
Exactly.
Jay, Lexi.
Hi,
Yo, Jay, we was talking about you earlier. You killed that moment with the 30. Oh, hell no. That was funny as hell. That was funny. But I'm glad that they finally showed y'all, we need a little bit more of interaction with everyone,
yes,
everybody there.
yes, yes, we do because the same old 90-day shit sucks.
Yeah, I was happy that they showed everybody for once. It was good. Seeing Lexi was all happy. And yeah, I was like, finally, new people.
We
I
finally
don't
got
want to
to see
see.
Tessa.
Oh, yes, that's the other girl. Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
the one that was making out with Elise. We finally got to see her. But then one thing we didn't get to see, okay, 4 women won. We got to see Chantel pick her date, Jennifer pick her date, Elise pick her date, Tessa. We didn't get to see her pick her date.
Yeah, that's right. Why they cut
Okay.
that out?
And word on the street, she picked Jay to be her date.
They could have showed that. Why they didn't show that? You
Yeah,
know
you
what?
see,
Damn, Mary, you're right.
Jay said that they cut out a lot out of this one.
Wow, that's right. They just did the Miami girl.
Yes, thank you.
If they were smart, Chantel. Well, all right, Chantel did Rob, but hold up, Miami was she picked up
She picked
mustache dude.
Robbie. Yeah, she picked
Yeah, why
Courtney.
didn't show testing? Yeah, that's bull
Exactly. They
crap.
cut Tessa's out.
Yo,
That-
Lexi, you wild. No more DEI. I feel you on that girl. But yeah, why didn't it show that? They could have shown. You know why? I'm gonna keep it 100. Like I said before, I think that they didn't want the singles to outshine the 90-day people
and
because
that's
I'm gonna keep it
apparently what the
100. All
case
they
was.
all look good.
Word on the
They
street.
all look good.
Terry,
Hmm?
she picked Jay, actually. That's who she picked. But they didn't show it. Which is
They
like,
all look good. They just don't want to outshine the 90-day people.
Maureen, you're absolutely right because she didn't pick a 90-day person. If Tessa
Yeah,
would have
but
picked
the
a
the the
90-day person,
Miami girl picked up Miami girl picked up the mustache dude. Do
right?
you think because they wanted
But he's kind of
with
in a
Tiffany?
storyline with Tiffany. Because do
Yeah,
you notice like certain singles are getting the play
yeah,
because their storylines interact with the 90-day people? Elise, Cole,
yeah.
Carlo, you know,
It's the
Pornstat.
same rotation. Same rotation.
Right, right. So it kind of made sense that Elise picked him to stir up the drama. But Maureen's absolutely right. If Tessa would have chose a 90-day person, like if she would have chose Tim, they would have definitely would have shown that.
Well, what Jay said that's what I said, but they didn't want to pay for Tessa and I date. What? That's bullcrap. They
Ugh.
could have set something up. They could have did a group date like how they did with us with the. They could have set something up in the beach.
So
With
basically, they didn't
candles.
want to invest in a scene with Jay and Tessa because it's two singles and not a 90-day person.
Man, it was refreshing to see the new people. It was.
It was. It was really
It was
refreshing.
refreshing. It was. But what happened after that?
Um, Basically, Cole goes out on his date with Jennifer, and they do nothing but talk about Rob. Why are you talking about the other dude on your date? I don't get it because he's the one that brought him up. So they're talking about Rob, and that's when Jennifer lied straight to his face and said that they didn't spend the night together.
Well, it looked like from the preview next week.
Yeah, she's gonna get busted. She's gonna get, yeah.
How many times do you think Rob's tapped that?
I think quite a few.
I mean, I would have.
I mean, I think that there was a lot more that we didn't see, and I think that he tapped that a lot more than they're putting it out there.
Mhm. At least show if you want to be scandalous. At least show that. Show them going to the room. You got the cameras in the room.
Right?
Show them
Exactly.
walking in the hallway. Show him coming into the room. You don't have to show everything. Just leave. Leave it to the imagination. Rob,
Right.
3 o'clock in the morning, creep into the room. 5 in the morning, leaving the room. You know,
Exactly.
come on.
Exactly. Yeah. We can leave it to the imagination. Just
You know,
give us something.
this the 90-day people. I mean, I don't like bashing them, but they didn't milk it the right way because I'd have been trying to date everybody to show different.
Right. Exactly. To give each
You know,
single like their own.
but even you give each single their own, that's more airtime, more camera time.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, it shows different. All right, I like this one. Oh, I might go with this one.
Right. Exactly.
Instead of watching freaking Colty and Usman battle for Courtney that looks
For
drunk. I don't
Courtney,
want to.
like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Courtney's a beautiful girl, but seriously, there's like all these other beautiful women that they could be hanging out with, trying to kiss, and they are fighting over Courtney. A lot
Oh,
of this.
Terry said from what she heard, Rob was on the phone still talking to Sophie.
Okay, yes. Let's talk about this for a second. Another part of Sophie's bipolarness in the past week or so. She has been going on Twitch, I want to say, and she watches The Hunt for Love and then she like reacts. So she's doing basically what we do. So she was watching Rob's scene where he was making out with Jennifer, and she was like, "Oh, he called me that night."
First of
We
all, why are
want
you watching it? Why are you
exactly.
watching it?
Elise.
And
No, it was
second,
the night that he made out with them, Elise. Because she was like, "Oh, we
she
were
just
on
want
the
to be
phone."
relevant. She want the drama and want to be relevant because there's no need
Exactly.
to be doing all that. Yo, Lexi, why are you saying people singles get lost in the woods? I'm done. I can't.
Hey, I heard it was quite of a jungle atmosphere where the resort was.
Yeah, Tulum is all jungle. You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know. I've never been to Tulum.
Yeah, Tulum is jungle part of Mexico.
Yeah, I've never been to Tulum.
I haven't
It's
been there, but everybody that I know that went, they all tell me it's jungle.
going to
And
the
then
raw shit.
yeah, I agree with you, Mary Pan. She just can't let it go. She just want to stay relevant. It just don't make no sense. It is what it is.
Yes.
I would not comment on my ex if I see her on the show and talking. I
And
wouldn't
you
do
would
that.
definitely not put a reel together of
No,
your most fondest memories and say, "Oh, you guys didn't get to see." No, no,
no.
no, no,
But
no.
I'm hoping from now on with this show, that they show more of the singles like they did this past episode. It was good. It was
Yes.
refreshing.
Yeah, it
So
was
I'm
good.
hoping they do a little bit more. I want to see more interactions of that. I don't want to see the same old crap. This one was not bad. That's why I said I give it a B.
Right.
You know, they showed Jay. He was funny. They showed Lexi in the beginning. She was there,
Yep.
ready to go.
Yep.
They showed the other girl. She said a couple words. It was
Right.
it was more. It was refreshing than seeing the same old stuff, man. And
Yes.
seeing them interact with regular people that's in a competition is good.
I would say it was 50% 90-day drama and 50% singles
Hmm.
this episode, which
And
compared to the first four when it was
yeah,
like 80% 90-day drama and 20% singles.
I wouldn't even give it 20. I'll say
90
90 day and 10% singles because we barely
singles.
showed them. It was just the
Right.
camera flashing them real quick. This one they showed and is breaking the 90-day cast members out of their shell. You
Right.
know, it
Yes.
shows them being vulnerable, shows them interacting normal. You know,
Exactly. Exactly. Well,
Tasha said I would not be fighting anyone for Courtney either. I mean, I will say Courtney looked like a good time at the bar.
your Courtney looks like one of those girlfriends that you hang out with, and she is a ball of fun, and she'll get you into trouble, and you'll wake up in jail
Yeah,
the next
she
morning.
admitted. She's like, look, because Jennifer was like, why would you tell my business, blah blah. She's like, hey, I saw the guy dancing and Tim, and I was say, how do you had a flashback on that? Come on, stop it. You know you want to be messy. You want to be messy. Stop it.
Yeah. So hopefully we're gonna get to see more and more of the singles as it
Hmm.
gets later in the season. I heard that there's some drama stirring up later on in the season with singles and stuff. So hopefully that'll make it to the screen and doesn't get edited out. Because apparently, word on the street tells me that there was drama
I
behind the
would
scenes.
look. I wouldn't put my hopes on it because look, like Jay said, they cut that whole scene of them Tessa choosing them on a date. So I wouldn't be shocked if they edit all that out. I'm not shocked.
And then I would be really, really fucking because then that would suck.
Yeah, I really, really would not put my whole hopes on them showing them with the
Because
single.
allegedly Chantel gets confronted by
Well, all
some
right, if
girls.
Chantel gets confronted, they might show that.
Right,
They might show that.
right. And we did see a tussle in the trailer between Jay and oh jeez, Carlo over Tiffany because Jay wanted to take Tiffany out on a date. We see it in the trailer.
Mhm.
And then Carlo called him a snake, and then the two of them were gonna fight. So they're
First of all,
probably
why you calling him a snake? It's a singles dating. If you want to take out, take out. That's not your woman.
exactly. I know. So there's that little tussle, and then from what I hear, there's going to be a game of truth or dare sometime
Hmm.
in the next coming episodes, and Chantel gets called out by some of the ladies, and it's like an intense scene.
We'll see. I hope
Yeah.
because it'll make the show a little bit better. Like I said, this one with the singles bumped it up for me. It really did. I enjoyed this one.
Yes. Yes. So we shall
Mary
see.
Mary Pants said protect Chantal at all costs. Jay said because it won't show Chantal in a good light. I mean, Chantal doesn't do a good job of showing herself in a good light anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. No, she doesn't. Not one bit. She is a hot mess here. Okay. Well, that was basically it with this episode. I'm too hot. I can't think of anything else to say. Okay.
Yeah.
Here we have a question for you from Native SI. Which single would you date,
Which
Kelly?
single will I date? I don't even know because I don't even see them.
The ones that you have seen.
That's what pretty much from what I see. I would try to date all of them because they all. I've been saying from day one they all look good, but I don't know their personalities. I don't know what they don't show anything. They all look good. And I
Yeah.
said that in the beginning, Mary. I was like a little kid in the candy store. I was like, "Ooh, who's that? Ooh, whoa,
Yes,
which
yes.
one's
Kelly
that
was
one?"
a little kid in the candy store, episode one.
Yeah, I was like, "Hold up, what's that one? And who's that one? And what's going on with that one?" I really, like I said, they're all beautiful, all of them. I give them so much credit. Whoever casted the singles, they need a raise. Whoever didn't put them on the cut and edited, they need to get fired
Yes, they do. Definitely.
because you need eye candy to keep the people going. That's how the rest of these shows are going. Love Island, all you have to have eye candy. I don't want to see Colt.
No, we don't want to see Colt and his naked self blurred out. No
I
thanks.
don't want to see that. And
And
then
not
when you
even
see the female,
Usman. I don't want to see Usman.
I don't want to see Usman. Tiffany is beautiful, but they don't show her whole body. They only show her face. I'm tired of seeing her face. Show me the
Yeah,
body.
yeah,
It's always up here and up with
yeah.
Tiffany. The only person that they show the whole
Her
body is
shoulders,
Jennifer.
her shoulders and
Yeah, the
up.
shoulder.
Yes,
Jennifer, that's the only person they show the whole body. With Chantel, they only show the boobs to show the before and after boob job.
yes, exactly. Okay. Jay says that's literally what we are. Eye candy. You see us in passing.
That's it. And
Mary
you barely
Pants
see y'all.
and I want to see Kelly on Hunt for Love too.
I'm down.
If anybody out there is listening, we want Kelly on Hunt for Love too.
I'm down.
so he can help Gino, because we know if there's a Hunt for Love 2, Gino will probably be on there.
If fucking Gino is on Hunt for Love, I will fucking fall out.
I could totally picture Gino on a Hunt for Love. Totally. Amari, thank you
I will
so
fall
much.
out.
Thank you.
Well,
Yes.
you know what? Let me shut up because they had Colty and they got robbed. They got people still married. I wouldn't be shocked, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Because Gino, mark my words, whether you like it or not, Gino's not going anywhere anytime soon. Jasmine kind of screwed herself because, she's with Matt. She has a baby now. Gino's single. Gino could go on single life, then go from single life to Hunt for Love. I mean, there's possibilities there for him. He could do a
So
couple
how
of
they
seasons
gonna
of
are they gonna keep single life or what are they gonna do? Because since they put this new show, it's basically singles trying to date. What are they doing?
from what I
They're gonna get
understand,
rid of one?
Single Life has been filming. So there's going to be
Oh,
a new
okay.
Single Life. Yep. So I could
How?
see, just coming back, and since, he's single, trying to find that love. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. Well,
So
Gino gonna have to tame them females that he got on the internet going crazy. What is that? Hold up. How about Michael? He just like Gino. He need to tame them TikTok chicks. They gonna blow him up. Let me shut up because I don't want Angela trying to, beat me up or whatever. But
you're
Angie,
going to
I'm
get
on
me
your side on that one.
Angela, please. I said, you're going to get me into trouble with Angela
I
again.
know. I know.
It's too hot for me to deal with her
Yeah.
shit. So,
Yeah, Gino and Michael, they gotta tame them internet chicks. They talk to too many females. But
what
we'll
what are
see.
our predictions? Okay, before we go, Jay wants to know, what are our predictions? Predictions as to whether or not anybody finds love. I don't
Oh,
think any.
none of them fun in love.
Yeah,
Not
I don't think anyone
not
is
at all.
finding
Not at all. They on
love.
borrowed time. They just wasting up space.
No.
Nobody's even making out. The only person that made out is Jennifer and Rob and Chantel. Nobody's making out. Nobody's doing anything. Nobody's creeping to the room. Nobody's chilling on the beach. Nothing. There's no one on one on the
At
side. None
least
of that.
what we're not seeing, they're not showing us if people are making connections, because people are making connections from what I understand, but they don't fucking show it. Like, there were like
Yeah.
pool parties and stuff, Kelly, that we're probably not going to see, and it's fucked up. I would rather see the.
Alexis that come back next week with the single ratings. Oh, so if they show y'all next, I'm getting Lexi. Don't give me hype, Lexi. Do not give me hype if they show y'all next week. Don't give me hype.
And you see,
Oh
Jay said,
damn, Jay, I was linking. See, that's what. Why didn't it show any of that?
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. A lot of the shit that we wanted to see actually did happen, but they didn't
I'm
show it.
telling you, even though they got probably high ratings or whatever because they're on the list of 1 to 10 in the max, they'd have been number one. They'd have been killing it. Y'all have been competing with Love Island. Let's just put it like that.
Uh
If they'd have did that.
huh.
Yeah, I'm telling y'all, if they'd have did that, it would have boosted the ratings even higher, and people would have been talking more about it. I don't see people really talking about the show like that,
Yeah, I
unless the
know.
bloggers put something out.
Right.
But it would have been off the hook. I'm telling you, man. Hold on, they were literally hiding from the camera so many times, the privacy, and they got cut. I ain't hiding. I'd have been walking, whistling.
Kelly would have made sure that they would have seen what the hell was.
I'm telling you, and it's not just me trying to get camera time. I'd have been real. We're on a single competition for love retreat at
And
a
you
resort
see,
in Mexico.
Kelly, Lexi says, yeah, multiple people got smashed, multiple relationships, hella drama, hella tears. We were in a
Where?
separate world. So
Where?
I didn't know about anything about Rob and Jen. So there was apparently like two worlds going on: the singles doing their thing, and the 90-day scripted drama bullshit with a handful of selected singles to be the
That's
accessory.
crazy.
Okay.
Oh, Jay said Perfect Match season 3 was filming next week. I believe. I'm telling you. Listen, if they would have did what I mean, if they'd have showed what y'all saying, y'all would have been up there with Love Island. I am telling you, that's what people want to see. They want to see people connections. They want to
Yeah.
see people get uncomfortable. They want to see action. They want to see drama, not that bullcrap 90-day drama, because the drama is getting dry. Real authentic, crazy drama. Like I want people crashing out over some craziness, you know?
Right.
I want to see people creeping out of rooms. I want to see people humping underneath the sheets to be like, all right, this is real.
Right. Exactly.
That this thing ain't real. How many? Come on, we all going away on vacation, and when you see a group of single people interact with a group, another group, it gets wild. Ain't nothing wild on this show.
Nope. Not from what we see, at least. Not from what we see.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't. Whoever. Yeah, I don't know why they keep bringing Big Ed back.
Yeah,
This
oh
is.
my
Oh
God.
god.
No more Big Ed, please.
And then he
Please.
has the nerve to give everybody advice. Like, bro, come on, go roll somewhere, disappear.
Right.
Bring more foreigners next season. I mean, it's kind of hard bringing foreigners because they barely got freaking Usman there,
That's
and Usman don't go nowhere.
no. I know, I know, I know.
He don't go nowhere. I was shocked to see him. Will you be? Will be on the next season? Hey, if y'all want me on the next season, write sharp and let them know to put me on. They don't really
We
like me
got a
too much
petition
because I'm
sharp, you
too real.
guys. Okay.
Yeah, I'm too real for them.
Like,
You know.
alrighty. I'm done. I don't really have anything else to say about the episode. I'm hot. I want to take another shower.
All right, people. We'll do this
All
next
right.
week. But Lexi, I
So
hope they show y'all, and we'll see. I will
yep.
give you your ratings and I'll let you know what's up. But for the record, right now, from what I see, everybody would have got a date.
Yeah, because we haven't been able to get deep. It's like, what the fuck?
You know?
Alrighty. Good night, you
All right,
guys.
everybody.
Body.
Have a good night.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.